Hello, sports lovers. Welcome back to our media sports. Today we are talking about the most anticipated game, that is Chelsea versus Liverpool, which ended in a 2-1 goals in favor of Chelsea. So I have here with me Force, that we are going to break everything down. Welcome to the show, Force.
Thank you.
So, what is your general impression of the game?
Well, I think it's been a very, very wonderful football, because Chelsea Liverpool has always been a good match. You understand? I mean, because you're looking at contenders for the championship. Liverpool being the Premier League winners, and then Chelsea being the Club World Cup winners. So, and considering the fact that the last couple of matches between the two sides have ended in a draw, you understand? So it was a match that everybody keenly followed, and everybody wanted the match to end in a win, so that jinx of drawing the previous matches will be broken.
Okay. So was the result a fair reflection of the game?
Oh yeah, a very, very fair reflection of the game, because when you look at the dominance of Chelsea, and I did not really expect Chelsea to be such dominant. You understand? I mean, from the beginning and until Liverpool got their equalizer, Chelsea were up front. Chelsea were dominant, tactically, and they were taking the game to Liverpool. Liverpool were a bit defensive and were playing on the counter, but Chelsea, even after conceding the equalizer, took the game to Liverpool to the extent that what Liverpool has been doing to people or other clubs is what was then Chelsea did to them today, getting the winner in the dying embers of the probably the last kick of the game. Okay.
So talking about Chelsea, do you think tactically Chelsea was superior?
Not necessarily superior, but everybody or every pundit or every football enthusiast would know and appreciate the fact that anytime Chelsea is going to play against Liverpool, the current Chelsea setup will on the more occasion have the ball. You understand? I mean, because that is how they tend to play nowadays, right? Yes. Unlike Liverpool, who most of the time play on the counter, or most of the time are a bit reserved. So if you notice, but when it comes to tactical superiority, you wouldn't necessarily give it to Chelsea, even though they had the upper hand when it comes to having possession of the game. But having possession of the game does not necessarily lead to goals. But because they were able on the day to get the 3 points, I would say that tactically they were a bit superior compared to Liverpool.
Okay, so let's talk about the people that were defeated today. Having lost 3 games in a row, that is Liverpool, do you think they are starting to hobble a bit?
Yes. Liverpool has not been swashbuckling. Liverpool has not been great this season.
Yeah.
Liverpool has not been playing fantastic football. But what they do is that they are most efficient. You understand?
Yeah.
Even if they are not playing well, they tend to get the points. They tend to get the results, and that is exactly the essence of football. Whether you play well or not, at the end of the day, the most important thing is getting the 3 points, getting the results. But having lost to Crystal Palace, having lost to Galatasaray, and having lost to Chelsea today, it is going to put the question at the back of their minds: are they ready, to retain the championship, or it is just a bit of a wobble? Because you can go through a 38-game season, or probably a 70-game season without having glitches here and there, but to have lost 3 matches on the trot, you understand? It is not as if there were matches in between. These are 3 matches consecutively. So it begs the question: are Liverpool having crisis, or it is just a blip?
So can Chelsea see this as a confidence booster? I mean, if you consider the fact that they had a lot of injuries in this particular game, do you think they can take this as a confidence booster?
Any day, any time when you beat Liverpool, if any team, any team that beats Liverpool, you understand, is going to see that as a confidence booster. Notwithstanding the fact that they have lost to Crystal Palace and Galatasaray, you understand. But you would have to understand and appreciate the fact that these are the Premier League champions. They are the current Premier League champions, you understand. And prior to losing to Newcastle, they had beaten 5 subsequent opponent. So it is actually a confidence booster, and not necessarily the 3 points, but the way Chelsea played. You understand? I mean, they played some beautiful football, not necessarily that aesthetic, but they had a plan, tactically, technically. You understand? I mean, they were going to have the ball. They were going to send the ball to Chelsea, to Liverpool. They were going to attack Liverpool relentlessly, and that is what they did. Because under normal circumstances, if Chelsea were to be leading, like they did lead, they tend to, be a bit defensive. They try to soak the pressure, which is not in their DNA. But against Liverpool, you realize that even when they went a goal up, they were still attacking.
Yeah.
They were still trying to get a second goal, and that would have cushioned them. But I mean, against the run of play, they considered the equalizer. But even the equalizer did not negate their attacking play. They were urging themselves on to get a second goal. But after the equalizer, you realize that they lost a bit of momentum. Liverpool really came into the game. So you realize that the next goal would have come from Liverpool.
Yeah.
You understand? But Chelsea were able to regroup. And at the end of the day, the most important thing is what they did at the dying embers of the game.
Okay, so let's talk about, in fact, the teen star Estêvão Willian, who got his first goal tonight. What do you think about him?
I mean, a fantastic player, and you see, for you to have crossed the Atlantic Ocean, right, at age 17, you understand? I mean, to have come to Europe, and not just in the league, but the toughest, the biggest, league in the world, and to be playing for Chelsea, where the demand on every single player is that high, you understand? Because if you had come to maybe a mid-table club, I would have said that fine, you're going to have time to settle in. But you're at Chelsea, where the demand on you is very high, you understand? And don't forget his what's the name? Playing for a position with Cole Palmer, you understand? And then Neto, Neto. So we are competing with two experienced players who have gotten experience in the Premier League. And he comes in and then scores a 97th minute goal. You understand? That gets Chelsea the 3 points. So it just tells you that, yes, he's got confidence, he's got technical ability. It's now left for him to understand the tactical aspect of the game. And if he's able to understand and grab the tactical aspect of the game, I can say for a fact that he's got a very, very bright future for himself.
So would you blame Robertson for the win from Estêvão?
Yes, I would have to blame him, because if you look at the experience that Robertson has got as a left back, you understand? Because he should have foresaw Estevão's run, because as a last guard defender, your main focus should be on your attacker, because if the ball runs in behind, it is the attacker who is going to have the opportunity to score. So for him to have lost focus, for him to have lost vision, for him to have not recognized the threat that Estêvão was going to pose, because the moment Enzo Fernandez got the ball to Cucurella, there's only one thing that he was going to do. He was going to play the ball across the front line, and that's exactly what he did. And after playing the ball across the front line, either you attack the ball or you attack the space and prevent Estêvão from attacking the ball, and that is what he failed to do. And for the level of experience that he has gotten, I would very blame him for that goal.
Okay, so can Arsenal take the initiative, in fact, having leapfrogged Liverpool?
That is the $1 million question, you understand? Because we have seen Arsenal, go atop the league for more than half the entire league last season. No, last 2 seasons, and still lose the title. You understand? So I think that it is a great opportunity for them, because the football they are playing right now is great. They are winning. You understand? I mean, they beat West Ham by 2-0. Everybody knew they were going to beat West Ham, but for them to have gone atop the league and the way they are playing, I think that they will have to take the initiative, because Liverpool is not playing well. You understand? And so far in this season, it is only Liverpool and Arsenal who are hugging, who are fighting for the trophy, right? Per what we have seen in the early stages of the competition. So unless maybe Man City comes into contention, but for now it is Liverpool and then Arsenal. So it will be very important for Arsenal to take the initiative, because they are now atop the log, and for them to, because we are going into the international break as well, and it worries a lot of clubs, especially when their marquee players go on international duty, when they come back with niggling injuries and loss of form. So I would say that yes, Arsenal would have to take the opportunity and then take the initiative from Liverpool.
Okay, so that was actually a very great match we saw there. We all got to see it. That was Chelsea versus Liverpool, which ended in a 2-1 goal in favor of Chelsea. Well, this is Our Media Sports. My name is Kimi. It was lovely talking to you guys and breaking down the whole match to you. We just hope that you will subscribe to our channel and like our videos and share as well. Because if you're a football lover, I think this should be your go-to place. This is Our Media Sports. I would like to see you guys later.